Hello, YouTube world. It is Kimberly Floyd, soon to be Kimberly Cooper, your mental health psychiatric nurse practitioner, coming to you from North Carolina with another card from the Upward Spiral card deck. 52 ways to reverse the course of depression, one small change at a time. I will link to this in the description. I am doing one card a week. And this week, an action card, we are talking about sleep. Now, again, it's one small card at a time. So we're not really one small step at a time. So we're not really going really deep into sleep. Let me get these glasses on and read this one to you. Excuse my my lights. Okay, let me read this one to you. It says, keep a regular bedtime. Your brain's internal clock causes the release of melatonin about 30 minutes before your bedtime. To take advantage of this, try keeping a consistent bedtime. Falling asleep will come more easily and the sleep will be more restful. A regular, calming bedtime routine also helps the brain prepare for sleep. Now, if you've never heard the term before, there is something called sleep hygiene, and you can Google it and learn lots of tips for how to improve your sleep. Why is sleep important? Because when you get a good night's sleep and you're well rested, you have less physical pain in your body, you can think clearer, you have less stress, and it also reduces symptoms of depression. Now, when we're feeling depressed or we're feeling anxious, sometimes sleep is difficult. So there are things that you can do to help increase your ability to fall asleep and have a restful night's sleep. One of those things is a consistent bedtime. And the card does mention melatonin. And I know that everybody knows that you can go to the Walgreens or the CVS and you can purchase melatonin. Melatonin is a chemical that our bodies make naturally. It's part of our circadian rhythm. In the morning, when we wake up, we get some cortisol, and that's a stress hormone, but just a little bit actually gets us up and awake and ready to go. Well, before we fall asleep, when we start to get sleepy, our bodies produce melatonin. And some of the ways our bodies know that it's time to produce melatonin is the sun goes down, it gets dark. Our bodies are better able to recognize that when during the day we are exposed to sunshine. And when we actually reduce our exposure to bright lights, especially all these screens, these screens that we're always just glued to. Let's get rid of those, kind of put those down, step away from your computer screen. Give yourself a chance to actually appreciate that, yes, the sun is going down. We are winding down. Now, this card specifically talks about keeping a regular bedtime because our brains get programmed. The circadian rhythm in our brains is a clock, and it will function if you wake up at the same time every day and go to sleep at the same time every day. Then your brain will learn when to release the appropriate hormones. So that's why keeping a consistent bedtime is helpful. It's not possible for everybody, and I do know that. As much as it is possible, if you can make the effort to do it, it will help. Now, a couple of other helpful things. I know, I've talked about the book, The Upward Spiral. I will link to that in the description too. Book is very helpful. And I told you, I've been talking about the work. Oh, wait, sorry, I've got it open. The workbook, the Upward Spiral workbook. Well, I finally did purchase it. And chapter 5 in the workbook actually talks about the sleep spiral. And I'm not going to go through this whole thing with you. If you get the workbook, there's a whole chapter that just goes into sleep and sleep hygiene and different things that you can do to help improve your sleep so that you get a more restful sleep, so that you feel rested, so that you feel more energetic during the day and you're not fatigued during the day. because daytime fatigue and just feeling like you just don't have the energy to do stuff, that brings us down. It increases physical pain. It increases symptoms of depression, and we all do better when we get a good night's sleep. One more thing that I will link to in the description, or that I'll mention in the description if you want to look it up. It is, oh, hold on, I'm looking at the screen. Let me share this screen with you. So this is a video series on Netflix. It's by Headspace, and it's called Guide to Sleep. And each episode gives you some important pointers, some helpful information on how to improve your sleep and your sleep quality. And they're short videos. They're very informative, they're very helpful, and they end each one of these with a nice little restful meditation. So that could be something, if you're one of those people that likes to watch videos to fall asleep, then this is worth a shot to see if this is something that just helps you relax. And then learn some of those meditations too, because those are things that can help you kind of clear your mind and get ready to close your eyes and get some Z's. The Mayo Clinic also, and if you Google it, you could find all sorts of information about sleep hygiene. But notice here on the Mayo Clinic's list of things to help with sleep, it starts, the number one thing is stick to a sleep schedule. Um, you know, as much as possible, go to sleep at the same time and wake up at the same time. So there are a number of things that we can do to improve our sleep, to fall asleep better, to get more quality sleep, and to feel more rested throughout the day. When we're more rested in the day, we feel more energetic, we think clearer, we're more motivated, and have a better outlook. And also, we have less physical pain. So those are all good things. Um, so some of the things that we can do during the day: try to get some exercise during the day, try to get some sunshine, um, be active during the day. And then as it's getting closer to nighttime, start to wind down. But the one simple thing that we're working on this week for the purpose of this video, because we are just doing one small step at a time, is just improving our sleep schedule. Keep a regular bedtime as much as possible. I know it's not possible for everybody, but in the description, I will link to the workbook and the card deck and the book, of course. I'll also add some information about that Netflix video and the list from the Mayo Clinic that I had talked about. And I'm talking calmly now because this video is about sleep, and we should relax. We should unwind. Take a big yawn, stretch, and know turn off this screen. Make yourself comfortable. Sit back but wait. One more thing before you wind it down for the night. Remember to click like and subscribe so that you'll be notified next week when I discuss another small step that we can take to reverse the spiral of depression. Okay, that's it. Good night, y'all. Namaste.